All right, welcome back, guys. So, obviously, you can see me, you can hear me. I'm pretty sure of that. If you've got challenges hearing me or see me, you can type in on the chat. We also have a Hungarian translation right now. So, Hungarian is under Portuguese. So, if you click on Portuguese, you'll be able to hear Hungarian. So, welcome back. Now, before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys have a piece of paper, a pen, ready to take some notes down. Because what I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next few minutes is essentially the first key steps to take in your business in order to get off to the right launch. Now, if you've been around for a while, that means if you've been in for a few weeks, for a few months, maybe even for a couple of years, in secret, there's always two different ways you can learn. The first way is you take it, you learn it, so you do it as you're learning it. You make your money as you're learning at the same time. The second way is the more you learn it and you're doing it and leading by example. The second phase is you're learning it so you're able to teach it effectively as well. Because it's one thing to be able to do it yourself. The thing is when you get to the point where you start growing a team, at the beginning, maybe 10 members, 20, 30, 50, 100, then the most important skill is to be able to also teach it effectively. One of the things that my mentor always says, there's power in simplicity. If you can explain the business in a way that a 5-year-old can understand, it's going to be a great way to grow big. Now, at the beginning, when I first heard that, I thought, oh, what? Are we working with 5-year-olds? And of course, we're working with high-level people. We're working with doctors, with lawyers, with accountants, with people that have got PhDs, and with people that never finished high school. We're working with people in their 20s, so we're working with people in their 50s. This is one of the things that I love about network marketing. It does not discriminate. But when you keep it simple, then what the key thing is, it doesn't matter who your audience is, anyone can duplicate it. And in network marketing, duplication is absolutely everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the first 3 steps that you should take. Now, the number one thing is, and this is your first step, secret is a vehicle and you got to give it a destination. If you don't give it a destination, and I love what people say, oh, it's all right, I'll figure it along the way, or let me see how it goes. Usually when people get started and they say, let me see how it goes, most of the time, they don't get very far. Because there's a different energy that you're able to apply when you give it a destination. So ask yourself the following question. If over the next 12 months, you were able to achieve anything within reason in secret. And when I say within reason, sometimes people pull these crazy goals out of the air and they're not a goal, they're a wish. Okay, they have this wish mentality. Oh, well, if I can make 10,000 in the next 12 months, that'd be fantastic. They don't believe they can do 10,000 in the next 12 months. They don't know what it takes to do 10,000 in the next 12 months. But they're like, I'll just throw it out there and see whether it sticks. Well, ask yourself this question, guys, okay? If anything was possible and if it's a goal that you can also see, what would you like to create over the next 12 months? And it may be something along the lines of, you know what, if I can get to the point where I can make $2,000 a month part-time, remember, this is not quit your job so you can do this. This is your extra time, 5, 10 hours a week part-time, over and above what you're already doing, you know, a couple of hours a night. You could do like 1 presentation a day, Monday to Friday, and then a couple more presentations on the weekend, something like that. is something that everybody can do, because everybody's got 1 hour a day that they can invest in a business that can enable them to get their time back. The key thing is it's consistency. So number one, you got to give it a destination. The two things is you got to be consistent with the plan. And I'll show you the plan in order to get there. So what's that destination? Is it $1,000 a month? Is it $2,000 a month? Is it $5,000 a month? You can still earn $10,000 a month in 12 months. I've seen people do that. But obviously, the higher the goal, the higher the effort that is needed in order to achieve that goal. And once you have this number in your mind, which is the freedom number, ask yourself, what's that money going to enable you to do? The why you want to achieve it is more important than the how. If you want something bad enough, the how will sort itself out. Believe me. Okay. What's it going to help you to do? You know, is a couple of $1,000s a month going to enable you to reduce some of your hours of work and be able to spend more time with people that you love? Is it going to be the difference between, you know, paying your rent or paying your mortgage with the money that you're making part-time from Secret? Is it going to enable you to upgrade your house, upgrade your car? Is it going to enable you to be debt-free? What's it going to enable you to do? And when you've written something down, just write on the chat, done. Give it a couple of minutes and just put on the chat, done, when you're ready. Awesome, Erica. Good to see you, Erica. All right, let's give it a couple more minutes for the rest. Let me know when you're done. Adrian, $1,000 a month. I'm assuming per month, Adrian, or is it per week? It's actually one of the things that my mentor said to me. He goes, when you get to your monthly goal, then make it weekly. So like Adrian Wright, you know, he wants to make $1,000 a month. Great. So once you make $1,000 a month and you've done that, then obviously you could take that $1,000 and make it $1,000 per week. And then if you make it $1,000 a week, you can also do $1,000 a day. Awesome, Summer. Susanna, 3,000 a month. So we got to go platinum. Amazing. So ask yourself, what is this amount of money going to enable you to do it? How is it going to make your life better by being able to get that $1,000 a month, that $3,000 a month? What's your life going to look like when you've achieved it? Is it going to take some stress away from your life? Awesome. Okay, so you guys ready for the next step? Type yes if you're ready, or no if you need a little bit more time. So Soma is ready. Who else is ready? Type yes if you're ready for the next step, or no if you need a little bit more time. Coolio. Okay, so the next part is your business plan on getting there. Now, this business plan is just the beginning. Okay, so the first step is to help you to achieve rockstar. Now, one of the things that I remember when I first got started in network marketing, this is what my mentor said to me. He goes, the faster you get into profit, the more powerful your story becomes. The more powerful your story becomes, the more it can influence other people with your story. So let's say, for example, you get started in network marketing, and we know we're always going to have people like this in our life, guys. If you're brand new, I would hate to break it to you. Sometimes people are like, oh, they expect all their friends to be super excited that you're on the entrepreneurial journey. And I would love to say yes, but in reality, that may not always be the case. In reality, you may get some friends that may laugh at you, may even ridicule you. But one thing I can tell you is that those that have not been where you want to be do not qualify to tell you how to get there. This was the best piece of advice that my mentor gave to me 15 years ago. I remember when my parents were not big fans of what I was doing. They were saying to me, you got a safe, secure job, you know, you're making 6 figures, you've made it, you're working in London, you're doing all these things. Why do you go need to do this network marketing stuff? And they were not fans. Now, I wanted freedom. My parents never had freedom. So I appreciated their opinion, but buying their opinion meant I would also buy their lifestyle. But my mentor's lifestyle was the one that I wanted to have. He had the lifestyle of freedom. So my mentor said to me, at some point, you're going to need to close your ears to the wrong people and open your ears to the right people. Pay attention to the ones that qualify to take you where you want to go. So our job is to share this with everybody, but at the same time, is to be emotionally detached with who gets it and who doesn't. Now, what I see is pretty much everybody wants to buy something. Okay, a lot of people are going to want to be customers. They may want to be customers of the skincare, of the nutrition, of the travel and lifestyle club. Okay, not everybody's cut out for the business. Our job is to be the messenger and let them decide which one of them resonates the most with them. But in order to be the messenger, we have to invite them the right way. And before we invite them, we got to start off with a list of the right people. Now, what do I mean by the right people? A lot of people do this mistake of they're trying to play God or telepathic and go, I'm going to choose my friends that I know will say yes. Okay. Now, I'd love to say I have a crystal ball and I can guess exactly who's going to say yes, but I've been doing this for 15 years and I'm still surprised every day. Okay. So my job is to show people the right way and let them decide. Okay. So the right people to show is the people you have the best relationship with to start with. So if, let's say, for example, you were to pull out your phone right now, who are the people that you talk to the most? Who's your best friend? You know, who's the one that if something good happens in your life, you want to share it with someone, they're the first person you're going to call. That's the first person you should show. You know, who's the girlfriends that you tell your problems with? Who's the guys that when you want to go out for a beer, they're the first couple of people you call to go out for a beer with? Who out of your friends, if let's say, for example, you were about to get married and you wanted to have a close, intimate engagement party for your closest 15 to 20 people, who's the people that you would invite? Those are the people that right now I want you to put down on the list. Okay, and start writing down and let me know when you've got at least 10, 15 names. So your best friends, the people that you go dancing with, the people that you go out for a drink with, your fun-loving friends. Someone just posted, Isvan posted a really nice background. And it looks like Bali, Thailand. I don't know. Now, let's say I gave you guys a trip to go to Thailand or Bali. You could take 10 of your friends. Who would you take with you? Who are your friends that are entrepreneurial? They always have their hands in different pies. Who are your friends that love to look after their health? They go to the gym, they work out. Who do you know that loves to help people? Who do you know that loves to travel? When you got at least 10 names, just put it on the chat. 10, write 10. Let me know when you've got your 10. Awesome. Amazing. We'll give it another couple of minutes. Nice one, Adrian. Who do you know that when you go out for a drink, that the life of the party, they're the first ones on the dance floor? We all have a couple of friends like that. Right. So even if you don't have 10 guys, you can always go back to it. This is your leaving list. That means it's just the beginning. Because let's face it, if you want to get to the point where you're making $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month, it's going to take a lot more than 10 names. Okay, but obviously at least your closest 10 to 15 people you start with, and you're always going to keep adding to this list. Now, they say the average person by the age of 21, it's statistically proven that they have a circle of influence of at least 2,000 people. That's 2,000 people that know us by first name. So when people say I don't have anybody to speak to, most of the time it's because they're thinking of who's going to say yes. And one of the things that I'm going to share with you guys from experience, the people you least expected get it straight away. And sometimes the ones that you think are going to be your superstars don't even get it. You know, one of my top recruiters was someone that I never, ever, ever expected in order to get started. And I've enrolled a bunch of my friends that I thought would be my superstars, and I didn't even get it. You know, it is what it is. Here's what I know. It's better to show them and plant the seed, because at some point it's going to be ready to sprout, rather than not show them and later on you see them sign up with someone else. Yesterday we had a lady enroll in our team that I had another person from my team show her about a year ago, and she didn't get started at the time. It wasn't her time. And that person that showed her a year ago is no longer part of the business. And yesterday she enrolled through somebody else. So if that person had stuck around, the seed was ready to spread. The timing was ripe. And everybody has the right timing. So now we've got a list of at least 10 names. Now I'm going to basically show you a couple of things before we wrap things up. Number one, I'm going to show you how to invite the right way. Okay. But here's one thing I want to share with you. If you want to build a successful business in secret, is what I also shared during the presentation as well. Our secret sauce is the training system. Between the trainings, we do addition. We're adding people to the team. We're inviting them, we're presenting to them, they're getting started, and we're adding people to our team. Multiplication always happens at the big events. Now, I see there's a bunch of our Hungarians up here on this call right now. You guys are lucky because Freedom Academy is happening in Budapest on the 16th to the 18th of June. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of tips, okay? If you want your team to start growing nicely, focus on getting at least 10 people there. 10 people will create some growth in your team, especially if you're brand new. There's about 10 weeks until Freedom Academy. Literally, if you get at least one person booked every single week between now and Budapest, you're going to start creating some really nice growth into your team. If you really want to rank up to a significant rank, the magic number is 50. 50, okay? Now, if you're brand new right now, you don't even have a single person on your team, that goal is basically if you're already a Royale or a Silver and you want to go Platinum, Ruby, get at least 50 people. If you want to go Diamond, get 100 people to an event. This is the numbers. Now, Diamond makes an average of $10,000 a month. I'm sharing this with you, and I know some of you guys are like, well, I'm brand new. I haven't even got anybody on my team yet. Yes, but it's always better to start with the end in mind, okay? You didn't get started just to see how it goes. You got started because there's something in your life that you want to make better. There's something in your life that you want to change. So I'm giving you the roadmap, how to go from zero to making $100,000 a year. And the key is literally the numbers you have at the big events, okay? So I wanted to share this with you guys right now because, you know, it's not about how many people you get into your team, it's how many people that you're going to get to Freedom Academy, okay? We're getting people started so we can take them to a training to identify the leaders. That's how it works. If you get people started, you don't get them to a training, guys, you're not going to know what's inside them. And I want to share with you guys a quick story before we go to the most important skill in network marketing. When I first got started in network marketing 15 years ago, someone that I love essentially pushed me to get started. I needed something to change. I didn't think that I needed something to change. But my brother invited me to a presentation. He told me, sis, just shut up and trust me, give me your credit card. So I did. And then the guy that had the lifestyle that I wanted told me that the key to success is never miss a training and always make sure you have more people at each and every single training. Anybody that's watching this right now that's been working with me for a while will know that I say this all the time. Why? Because repetition is the mother of all skill. I'm repeating the formula of success, because the more you repeat it, the more you're going to learn it, and the more you apply it, the difference is going to make in your business. So if someone didn't push me to go to my first training, I wouldn't be here right now. I went to see whether it was real. It looked good. It sounded good. A part of me wasn't sure if I could do it. But I went to the training and I got what I needed. I got belief in myself. I got belief in the company. And I got enough information and tools and strategies to go out and build it. I didn't think I needed to go to training, but I did it anyway. And I realized that the biggest mistake I would have made is if I hadn't gone. So I'm sharing this with you guys because less than 3 months until Freedom Academy, okay? And I want you guys not to take for granted that this is in your backyard. If anything, you should be literally dragging anybody and everybody you can, because it's very rare to have two leaders the caliber of Tracy Zimmer and Muzaffar Nashvi in your backyard to spend a weekend to pour into you. So let's go to the most important skill in network marketing. So the most important skill in network marketing is invitation. Is how many people you're calling to get them in front of their information. And our biggest goal is to get them to see it with an open mind. That's our biggest goal. So an invitation is definitely not a presentation. There's different ways to invite. Now, if you normally text people, you text them. If you call them, call them. Do whatever is normal for you. But if you text them, this is literally what I would text them, okay? Let's say, for example, I'm inviting Vicky. I'd be like, hey, Vicky, hope you're having an amazing Sunday. When are you free for us to catch up for a coffee in the next couple of days? Now, Vicky's going to come back to me. She's going to say, I'm free on Monday or I'm free on Tuesday. Because I'm asking her, when are you free in the next couple of days for us to meet? Okay. So I'm literally, if you're texting, I would text this to 10 of your friends. Hey, when are you free in the next couple of days to catch up with? Show somebody on Monday, show somebody on Tuesday, show somebody on Wednesday. I know there's a presentation in Budapest on Thursday. By the time the presentation comes around on Thursday, you should already have a couple of team members that you, all three of you, can invite to the presentation. I want to highlight something. Don't wait for the big presentation. Build for the big presentation. Your business moves as fast as you move it, guys. And one of the things that I learned from my mentor is success loves speed. I want to say this one more time. Success loves speed. If you want to go fast, the faster you show your closest 10 people, the faster it can help you to get your first success story, to get to Rockstar. May take you 10 people to show, may take you 20 people to show to get Rockstar. But the quicker you get that Rockstar promo, the quicker you can have the story of going, you know, if one of your friends that, let's say they're going, oh yeah, tell me how your business is going. And you turn around and you're able to have the story of going, well, I got Rockstar, which is a nice promotion in my first month, and I made $800. How's your business going? Okay. Success is a great way to shut up the dream stealers. There's always going to be dream stealers, but the stronger your story, the more you got to keep them quiet. And I'll tell you what, the stronger your story, the easier it is to recruit your dream stealers sometimes, because I've had people in my life that were not fans at the beginning because they didn't understand it. But because they saw me create success, later on they came back and they wanted to get started. So if you're texting, that's literally what I would text. Hey, whatever the name is, when are you free over the next couple of days to catch up? They're going to give you time. The second step is this. Great. I have something exciting I want to share with you. Great. I have something exciting I want to share with you. You may use exciting, you may use amazing, cool, whatever is natural to you. I always add that bit because I want them to know that I'm going to share something with them. It's not just a social catch up. I want them to know that I'm going to share something with them. Now, if I'm calling them, it's exactly the same thing. So let's say I'm calling Betty, okay? I'll be like, hey, Betty, how's it going? Hey, when are you free to meet up in the next couple of days? Monday or Tuesday? And Betty's going to reply, I'm free Tuesday. I'll go, great. Do you want to come over to my place or you want me to come over to yours? Or maybe you meet at a Starbucks. Maybe you meet at a bar. Whatever it is, you have a place and a time in mind. And your first job is to clear the date and the time. It means when are you free? Or are you free on Tuesday, for example? Are you free on Wednesday? And I want to share with you. Play to win. If you cannot win, do not play. So what does that mean? It means if they're busy on Tuesday, I'm not going to sit there and go, what about Wednesday? What about Thursday? Okay. If you're inviting them for a specific time or a date, just literally, hey, are you free on Tuesday? Yes, I am. Great. Meet me at such and such location at 7 o'clock. Or when are you free, Monday or Tuesday? If they say I'm busy both days, no worries. I'll call you back in the next couple of days. Now, they may start asking you questions. Let's say you say, okay, I'm going to meet you on Tuesday, such and such location. I have something really exciting I want to share with you. They may start drilling you for questions. You know, what is it, Betty? What have you got up to? What is it, Gisela? What have you got up to? I'd be like, I have so many cool things to share with you, but I'll share with you face to face. I'll tell you all about it face to face. Okay. So one of the things I always say to people, guys, unless you can show them everything, don't tell them anything. So this is a couple of invites. You've got the text invite. You got the inviting invite. What we're going to do right now, we're literally going to take a 10-minute break. Now, this is not a break, go make a coffee or something like that. This is literally, I'm going to put the timer on right now. You're going to see a 10-minute countdown and use the next 10 minutes to just make a bunch of phone calls, whether it's phone calls, whether it's text messages. I want to see the person that books the most appointments over the next 10 minutes. If you literally, guys, this is the magic here. You're learning what to do, then you're applying what you learned. Learning what to do, apply what you learn. Right now, you've learned the theory. You're going to take 10 minutes to apply what you've learned, and you're going to see how simple this business is when you literally apply it step by step. So text, hey, when are you free over the next couple of days to catch up? Question mark. And you're going to get people coming back to you, letting you know. Great, you book a time. Or two, hey, when are you free over the next couple of days to catch up? It's a phone call. So 10 minutes, the timer is on, and we're going to come back. I'll share one last thing before we wrap things up. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. So let me know, how did you get on with the invitations? How many appointments did you book for this week? Type it on the chat. I want to see. She's had 4 appointments. Amazing. Great. Who else? How many did you book for this week? I booked 6 for this week so far. And obviously this is just the beginning. Julie, 1, awesome. Who else? How many appointments did you book for this week? Also write, how many messages did you send? Because I know some of you probably sent a bunch of messages and maybe you haven't got the responses yet. And that's okay. That means you're going to have a bunch of people coming back to you. 3, 1, awesome. 3, Adrian, bravo. Who else? So far, we've got 4, 5, 8, 9, 12 appointments booked in 10 minutes as a team. I'm sure there's more out there as well. How many? Catalin, 1 more. Amazing. Perfect. Who else? Now, the thing is, it's amazing what a little bit of focus time can do, guys. A lot of people, here's what they normally do. They make a phone call, then they're like, oh, let me make a cup of tea, or let me make a coffee, or let me have a little chit chat. And next thing you know, an hour has gone by, but they've only made 1 phone call, which should take less than a couple of minutes. So I believe that Sunday is the best time to invite. Why? Because guess what everybody's thinking around this sort of time? On a Sunday, I don't want to go to work tomorrow, right? This is what most people are thinking. So one of my favorite ways to invite people is telling them, what if there was 3-day weekends? What if there was a way for you to work 4 days a week and have 3 days off? They'd be like, what? How? Like, let's get together for a coffee and I'll show you exactly what I found. That was one of my favorite ways to invite. And I'm now working for myself since 2010. That's been a reality. Actually, before Secret, Mondays used to be my day off because I used to hate Mondays before. But obviously with Secret, we know that Mondays is Money Monday. It's the last day of the week. That's the best time to do a big push to finish strong, especially if you guys don't already know this, the Punta Cana Hard Rock incentive trip that is happening. Every total personal volume that you've got for every 300 points is 1 point. So if, let's say, for example, you placed an order for $300, it's 1 point because your personal volume also counts. Now, something else that's also very, very important. So you guys know, for the month of April, we have Triple Rockstar. It's continuing. We had so much success with it that we're keeping it for the month of April. We're also extending double QV. What does that mean? 1 pack, the small pack, which is a preview pack, is normally $400, which is normally 400 QV. For the month of April, it's doubled. So that one $400 pack, it counts the same in your volume as a medium pack, a power pack, which is 800 QV. A professional pack counts as 4,000 QV. So let's put it this way. If you want to go from 0 to gold, right? It's 14,000 QV on the left, 14,000 QV on the right. So literally with 3 professional packs and a medium pack on each side, you go from 0 to gold. This is the best month to rank up. Here's the other thing that counts as well. For the Hard Rock agent destination, because the packs are counted for double QV, so do the points. So what does that mean? It means that the big pack, right, which is 3 points, counts for 6 points, right? So have a look at the agent destination. How many points do you need to go and get your accommodation for free for yourself?
You need 50 points to get the accommodation, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive for 2 people is 50 points, right? So it's 50 points is 9 professional packs in the next 6 weeks. That may be a big step, but 50-50, being qualified for 50-50 also counts for a point. There's so many ways to make this happen, guys. It's literally the company wants you to go to Punta Cana and they're willing to pay for it. It's just up to you to put in the work. What a great story would be for you that if you just literally go started right now, you focus on achieving Rockstar in the month of April. Heck, you can achieve Rockstar twice. Why do it once and get 4 sales when you can go get 8 sales and get even bigger bonuses? And what if on top of that, you're now qualified to go to Hard Rock Hotel in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic? And if your friends turn around and say, hey, how's your business going? You can share with them, well, I made a few $100s in my first month. And in my first 3 months, I qualified to go for a trip in the Dominican Republic. Who does that? That's a really cool story. This is all within your control. So make it happen, make it count. You see that with literally 10 minutes, you booked a bunch of appointments. As we finish off here now, take another 10 minutes, take another 15 minutes, guys. And why don't you give yourself the opportunity to make an extra 3 phone calls, 5 phone calls, 6 phone calls, and finish the week strong by starting your new week powerfully, having a bunch of new appointments scheduled so you can chase your dream to freedom. Have an amazing week and see you somewhere around the world very soon.